And your story is so powerful, in my opinion. From the moment that I heard it, I can't help but be moved by it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey thus far? I know you've had a pretty traumatic experience through it.
Yeah. I will say that there was major suffering from
Mm-hmm.
murder, privation, homelessness,
Yeah.
anything you think that a child could go through. So if you look at where I'm at now, and I don't try to brag because I'm going to give that glory to God, you would never guess if you see my house, my family.
Yeah.
So let's rewind and go back because it can only be God to get me through those sufferings.
Yeah.
As a kid, okay, I'm that typical poor kid in the hood, parents going through a divorce. But when I say poor, it's, and I've told the story a lot, it was, um, we lived with rats and roaches. It was like they're part of the family.
Mm.
We were so poor that, you know what, if now, if I see a bug, if I see an ant in my cereal box, I'm throwing the whole box out.
Yeah.
But what we had to do was pick the roaches out and then pour it on. Okay, I don't care what they were crawling on. Get them off and let me. It's my turn to eat this food. Um, Plenty of times, no Christmases. Plenty of times, no gifts at all. The
Yeah.
shame when you have to tell your friends, hey, they come over on the next day after Christmas. Hey, where's all your toys at? And I'm making up lies. Well, they're in a storage somewhere we couldn't get to them. It's like an embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
And then when after the divorce, I moved back with my mom. I'm about 9 years old, and I'd only been with her for about a year and a half because we were separated from the divorce. I was living with my grandmother in Ohio.
Yeah.
Moved back to the Bay Area, California. Couple 3 weeks before Christmas, someone comes into our house, an ex-boyfriend, and stabs her to death over 42 times, 17 times in the face. Gruesome, horrific. I didn't see it. I heard some screams in the night, but a couple weeks before, my mom said, I woke up and my brother was crying. She said, don't stay in your bed. Don't ever get up. I'll handle everything with your brother.
Mm.
That saved my life because I heard the screams in the night. We wake up to a just our house was destroyed. Blood on the walls everywhere, phone lines cut, all the doors opening. It's 3 weeks before Christmas, so it's cold. You could feel the presence of just evil all around. I didn't know what happened. And then
Yeah.
they found my mom couple weeks later, in the trunk of her car, cut up. So she suffered for her kids. When we talk about sacrificing, I think about that a lot and just honor my mom because I'm sure she was running around thinking, I got to stay quiet while getting stabbed to death so my kids don't wake up.
Mm.
And that thought every time it gets to me, it breaks my heart because I'm just thinking about running. You're afraid for your life. You're trying to save your kids. And then you're wondering, are they going to kill my kids? I don't know. That just messes with my head every time I tell that part of the story, but that's tough. But, so I went through that. Then after that, I moved with my dad, good man, loving man, but he had some addictions. He got on crack in the 80s when that came out. Poverty again, ended up going homeless plenty of times. Salvation Army having to put us up. We're walking out on the streets at 2 a.m. wondering where we're going to sleep. A lot of tears.
Yeah.
A lot of tears. So that's the short of it. And then I just had to, really, Josh, many people don't know that at 10 years old, after my mom was murdered like that, I was standing in East Oakland where we were living, and I had an epiphany, which I feel from God. I saw my brother walking to the right towards a drug dealer named Reese. He had a Georgetown Hoyas like starter jacket. They were really popular with the drug dealers. And many times before that, at 10 years old, here I am thinking, you know what, if I could just sell drugs, I could eat.
Yeah.
And my brother went to go do that route, my older brother. And as much as I wanted to, in that moment, 10 years old on that sunny afternoon day, I then look to my left and I see my little brother. And I shook my head and I said, hey, I'm the big brother now. I will be the example that you follow. I will go to school. I will get good grades. We will graduate. We're going to be somebody. And I had a thought in my head that if we're still alive after what mom went through, then that must mean we're here for a purpose. Mm-hmm. And that stuck with me. I said, I'm going to do something impacting in life. That's my story of what that epiphany right there drove me to do the things I do now and to get to where I'm at now.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out this clip from the Practical Theism podcast. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to check out the full episode, you can do so by finding it on our YouTube channel. Definitely consider subscribing and ringing that little bell so you can continue to get updates, notifications when we release new episodes and new clips just like this one. I hope to see you soon.